Got the crew getting the field ready just before game. We're about an hour and a half from game time. Fans will be coming in about 30 minutes. Y'all get ready. This is the place.
I think that's it.
Oh shit.
Well, I have one now.
Houston Dash training. 28 minutes before kickoff.
Yeah, I love them too. And if that's what you're doing tonight on the pitch, we have our practice. Make sure you come out of the court and make yours ready for match day. On the court, right next to one of your team.
All right, warm-ups are on. One of those uniforms, and there she is. That's going to be dangerous right there. What's up, Foxtrot people? We're at the Houston Dash game. We're inside the stadium. Andres has made the trip. Both of us had stupid traffic coming in today. Ridiculous.
No comments.
Yeah, so OSG mileage tracker still got the same miles, just might add some time to it, which does not count at all. But, hey, man, the girls are on the field warming up. We've got the starting lineups. Did we hit it on the nose, or you saw the lineups?
Almost, yeah. Colin Prigo starting, which is great. She had as well. I wasn't expecting it, but man, it's the first game of the season. Let's see what they can do. And honestly, one more thing, shout out to Kaylin, first start after maternity leave, man, amazing.
So it looks like what we're going to do is a 4-4-2 sort of, or we predicted a 3-5-2. So you know when they're attacking, it's going to be a 3-5-2. Patterson looks like she's starting on the D line. You're going to see her push up. So will she be on the left side, or will she be on the right side? You got Barb Oliveri and Messiah Bright starting up top. No Ordonez for 3, maybe 4 weeks. A couple games, but she'll be back. She'll be fine. She is not season injured. So tonight, Yasmin Ryan's first start, second start in this stadium, but first start for this team. What are you expecting out of her tonight?
Greatness. No pressure, but I mean, we have Jasmine Ryan here fitting a Barb and Bright right now. Everything is looking right. Of course, we have to see it in person for the first time, and I'm optimistic. Optimistic Fox guy.
That's a optimistic soccer guy, optimistic Foxtrot. So yesterday, I highlighted a player on our social medias. Avery Patterson had we'll call it a remarkable rookie season because the numbers weren't there as far as goal and assist, but all the other numbers were there, and they did a great job. She did a great job. She did a great job of her rookie season and making herself mainstay. 25 games out of 26 in NWSL, 3 of those in the Summer Cup. So I'm looking to a lot from her coming off that wing and pushing up into that attack. You were talking about assists, getting them into Messiah Bright. Messiah Bright is a name that we should focus on tonight, taking care of Deanna Ordonez. She's got something to prove. She didn't score a goal for Angel City last year. She did have that hat trick in that preseason game, so that doesn't technically count, but she's got something to prove. She's from TCU. Yasmin Ryan, TCU, back in Texas, man. So do you think this team has enough, all the new players, has enough attacking them now?
Yes, and I also agree whenever you said we have like all these players, or at least having like, it looks like a 3-back, and also we have like Avery Patterson and all these like players playing wide. They're definitely gonna go up. Just based on what we've seen, or based for what we've seen last year. Obviously, that could change now, but the way it's set up right now, I feel like we do have enough attacking pieces to just move forward and just start threatening. We need goals. We need all the goals. We didn't score enough goals last year. We have to do it now, like from day one.
And with this defensive line, you already mentioned Katie Lynn. Katie Lynn's going to be a very pivotal piece for this team right here. Tarsi's gone, but Katie Lynn was not a joke whenever she was here before she left for paternity leave. So expect her to be holding down the fort in the middle of the defense there. Natalie Jacobs, Paige Nielsen, and like we said, Avery Patterson on that back line. So that defense is very confident to me. You have Jane Campbell, the best keeper in the league, in the goal. So brand new game, brand new style, brand new coach. We're curious as to what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Is he going to play it safe? Is he going to push what he's been teaching, or is he going to kind of play tactical games back and forth with Washington tonight?
It's more about, because he's been applying a lot of technical jargon and honestly like his philosophy of the game. And that's at least I've seen it like every single time he goes to like the media appearances and all that. For me, it feels like he wants to approach things like offensively. I think he understands that we need goals coming out of last year, and obviously we have a new team, so anything can happen, but at least that's how I feel.
Not the Fran Alonso experiment where we're just going to take the defensive history out of the Houston Dash and try to attack everything, which is ridiculous. I'm holding up the starting lineups. You know, we know the Houston one, it's that one we kind of predicted, got it right, but Washington, who is got a lot of injuries right now. Trinity Rodman's on the bench. We don't know if she's going to play tonight. She's been questionable. She did not play last week, so she could get some minutes off the bench. Croy Bethune is on the bench as well. Another player that's going to come off and give Washington a spark if she's able to play. But, you know, there's no joke. Lacey Santos, if you watched the Challenge Cup last week against Orlando, what a creative player, and a spark right there in the midfield, scored a free kick, tied that game up, and they ended up winning the penalty kicks, man. So what are you looking for out of Washington tonight?
Honestly, I was going to say Lacey Santos. Ashley Hatch was going to be my own because I just feel like she's been very threatening, especially for some reason when it comes to the dash. Like, we just have to be consistent defensively. And, of course, you already mentioned No Tarsiane. Our backline is somewhat new, even though some of the players already know each other. It's not about gelling all together. Of course, Caitlin coming back from maternity leave. I expect big things from her, and like all the faith that the coaching staff has on her right now. So it's going to be all about defense tonight too.
All about defense. I think when we in Dash Dispatch, we predicted a 1-0, 2-1 win, and it could go either way. We're going to be optimistic Dash can win this game, but Washington is a tough team. Second place, lost the title last year to Orlando, and then just beat them in the Challenge Cup. Shield winners. Still a damn good team, and experts are predicting them to win the Cup this year. So this is going to be a tough match, but they're hurting right now, so that's advantage for us to get them now at home opening weekend. So Andres, I think 2-1 Washington, unfortunately, just because we don't know what the Dash are going to bring. What is your prediction for tonight?
2-1 Dash.
2-1
Dash. I feel like it might just be like a more defensive performance out of both teams, but both teams find a breakthrough somehow.
Who's scoring for the Dash?
Bar first, always, and Yasmin Ryan.
No favoritism there, y'all. I promise. No favoritism. No bias. Because if there was bias, he would have picked Barb to get the winner. So, all right, y'all. This is Foxtrot Game Day Dash version. We do have tomorrow with the Dynamo, but right now we're in Shell Stadium watching the Houston Dash get ready to take on the Washington Spirit. Hey, thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for following. We've got more to come. We'll see you back at halftime. You'll see some pictures from the game, during the game, and then, of course, we'll see you back at the end of the game. But for now, Andres, let's go get ready for kickoff. We are a little over 20 minutes away from the actual kickoff once we get airtime going. NWSL Plus, in case you didn't know or couldn't find the game, NWSL Plus is the app to watch it on. Just put it on your browser, no subscription, free to go. Andres, final words.
Let's go Dash, man. I want to see them play already. Come on.
DTFO. So I think we'll be orange tonight. We heard somebody they were going to wear purple, but it does look like we're black socks, black shorts, so we'll be orange tonight. That's good to know. All right. And then Washington, I don't know what they're doing with their jerseys. They're highlighters. They're going with the green Barcelona or the Australian team. That's what it is. The Australian national breakdancing team is out there on the other side. 100%. All right, y'all. H is up. We'll see y'all soon. What up, Dashers? It's halftime, 2-0. Washington is in the lead. So I don't know what to say right now. So, I'm going to start with you, Andreas. 2-0, Washington's up. What do you think about the performance so far from the Dash?
We got good things going early in the first half. We had some good ideas when it comes to the attack breaking through and all that. But of course, unfortunately, that first goal was kind of a defensive mistake, you could say. And from there, you just feel like Washington just kept going back to the game and adding more pressure up until the second goal. And really, for now, things got out of hand for Houston. And it's really disappointing because they got some good ideas going, but they just never capitalized on those. And they just like Washington control the game now.
Yeah. And it is disappointing because Houston looked good at times, playing the ball. Game's a little bit slow moving, and you kind of expect that, learning a new system, playing a new system, first game together with, I think, 5 players in the lineup that were not in there last year because they weren't even on the team. So it's tough for the Dash to put something together. I think the problem is they're not moving the ball forward fast enough. Messiah Bright's having troubles getting open. They're playing Sheehan on a couple of long balls, but she ain't got the pace to get past that last defender, so the long balls are not working. You mentioned the defense looking a little bit shoddy right now. 2 big mistakes that turned into 2 goals. The first one, Jane made the save, but parried it right back into the middle pretty much, and that was the putback. So defense has got a little bit of work to go on. What is Fabrice telling the girls in the locker room right now?
I feel like obviously he's going to try to stick to the game plan, but he might have to open up the game a little bit more just so we can get some attack going, because Washington is pressing out the attack a lot. They're giving Houston a hard time trying to come up with new ideas. And obviously social institutions, we'll have to see what he does. It could definitely change the game for sure. Michelle Alonso, of course, as always, could be the difference maker, but we have to see it still. It's a new team, like you said, and more or less it comes down to like cohesion. Obviously, it's a new team, like you said, and they have to get to know each other more over time, which is natural. But for now, it just feels like they have some good ideas going, but they don't materialize, or rather, every single pass they do, or every shot, or every key pass they do inside the box, it falls flat. And it may take some time because of that, but for now, they have to come out with a new plan to win.
And you're right, they are still getting used to each other, and some of those passes have just been errant passes where the girl was obviously going into that space, but the ball was just played a little bit too far ahead, or a little bit with too much pace, and the ball just goes out of bounds. So little simple mistakes are hurting us. Yeah. Second half, I think we are going to have to push the envelope a little bit, and we're going to have to try. It's already 2-0, so maybe the first 10 minutes you come out and you just see if we can get a goal back and still continue to play our game. But after that, after the 10, if you haven't scored and Washington's still up 2-0, you have to push the envelope, you have to push the attack, you have to try new things, and it's okay to try it tonight. First game, already down 2-0, so it can get worse, but at the sake of trying to try something new and maybe something works, go ahead and do it. But it's 2-0 at the half. We're going to come back out. Substitutions will be made. I think we need Yasmin just needs to get a little spark with the crowd, and then after that, behind that, we can do something. Or Avery on the other side. Avery pass on the other side. Got some opportunities getting the ball in the box, but Washington's stubborn with that defense, man. We got Rob Zip. Rob Zip right here. That's what it's for, man. Rob Zip's here. Rob Zip, been a minute since you've been to the stadium. Having fun today?
Yeah, man. I was at the Dash's last game last year, so
nice.
Last and first. But you love H-Town, so Everybody's walking in the shop.
It happens all the time.
But yeah, so I'm here making a video. It's a little different than normal, but you know, I'll tell you guys more about that off camera.
Yeah. So you're gonna follow. Wait, you can follow Rob Zip.
It's the Rob Zip show now. It's the Rob Zip show.
Rob Zip show. So he's on YouTube as well. I'm sure if you know him, you'll follow and you'll find out. Rob, good to see you, brother. H is so Andreas. I think the girls are about done taking the game plan in the locker room. So final words, and let's get back out there and see the second half kickoff.
Yeah, just new energy, man. We have to get spirits going. Obviously, not spirit as in Washington spirit, but
wrong choice of words.
We gotta get our energy
there
going.
we go.
We need our own energy just for this game because, like I said before, we're still getting to know each other, but the time is now. We only have 45 minutes left to get the 3 points or get a result, man. All that matters is the second half.
That's right. It needs to be better. We need to see something else. So when we come back here after the game, we've got something else to talk about that's exciting, something to potential to look for. We'll see what Fabrice has to say after the game, but let's do 45 more minutes. Manny right there, Bio City in the background. Manny, what you got going on, man? So it's the girls about to come back for the halftime. What is Fabrice telling the girls right now to do that can help improve and maybe salvage something out of this game? Competitiveness, the style is working to their advantage, even though we may not end up winning this game.
I think just be tighter on defense, on the counterattack. I think in bad giveaways, especially from Jane Campbell just throwing the ball. She's just, even though Jane Campbell is an old-fashioned traditional shot stopper keeper, not good with the ball. I think when she throws it out, it just gets players in a bad position to recover the ball, and that's what mostly Washington's been, recovering the ball and gain a quick counterattack. But other than that, I think just be solid and just have a good look.
So tighten up the defense. You think Fabrice is going to tell the girls to push the momentum a little forward? You have nothing to lose now, right?
Nah, at this moment, you try to at least get back to make a tie at this point.
Yeah. See what works, see what can work.
I would expect that maybe a substitution.
Yeah, we're expecting substitution. Who's it going to be? How's it going to be? What's going to make it for? I'd like to see us to give Messiah Bright the ball a little bit more, but right now she's kind of playing with her back to the guy. Kind of reminds me of Ponce right now. Struggle on an island by herself.
But also she's rotating positions with Ryan.
Yeah.
So sometimes she will go back in the wing where Ryan's at, and Ryan's go up for it, depending on the position of the ball. So it's really up to how, if he wants one of them to be stuck in that forward position. But we'll see.
Can the Dash salvage the second half and make it more competitive to where we're feeling better about ourselves when we go down to talk to Fabrice after the game?
I believe so, because like the first minutes of the half, the Dash were on the Washington, so they have them. They have it. The problem is substitutions like Buffoon or Rodman come in. Can that favor Washington side?
Right.
So it's so much to think about.
Right. Well, with that said, it's about to be the second half, so let's go roll out there and let's see what adjustments are made and what happens. Manny, thank you, sir. Bio City. There we go. Hi, what's up, Dash fans? The stadium is empty. The game is over. Final result, Washington 2, Houston Dash 1. But a different second half, a more exciting second half for the Dash. Obviously, we scored, didn't allow Washington to score. Really controlled the second half of the game. So what adjustments did you, the coach, make? Or what do you think Fabrice told the girls at halftime to get them to play a little better?
In the press conference, if you have a chance to listen to it after this clip, I'm going to put it in the video, but if you listen to it, Fabrice Gautrat emphasizes that he had like a pretty heated halftime speech, and Katie Lynn attested to that because both recognized that the performance in the first half was not optimal. It was unacceptable, according to Fabrice himself, and they took that into heart. Obviously, we saw what happened in the second half. They made some adjustments, and thankfully they were able to get on the board. And there was definitely some more ideas to just get the attack going, and I felt that because early on in the second half, I didn't see that, but over time, they started to gel together, started to understand each other. But unfortunately, time just ran out, and at least it felt like that. There was enough attack, but not enough to just overcome Washington's spirit right now.
Right, and first half was kind of like we said at halftime. So second half, you made the adjustments. Substitutions, when they were made, is when we felt like the style really changed and the momentum really pushed forward for the dash after that. Maggie Graham come on and it just looked spectacular already in her professional debut, her first game. I got to talk to her down in the mixer, and she's excited in the opportunity, and I'll let y'all just listen to her when we play the clip later of her talking, but scoring the goal and just the ball fell to her off of Gary's heading it towards the goal. So opportunity was there. The cross coming in from, I believe it was Avery. Just everything looked better in the second half, and the subs that came on, Duljan. I'm impressed with the way she plays, man. So what else did you learn from the press conference tonight? You got to talk to Fabrice, you got to talk to Katie Lynn, and you got to talk to, who was the third one? Maggie. You did get to talk to Maggie. So tell the fans, what did you learn, or any questions that stood out in that presser?
Yeah, just going back to Maggie Graham, she credited a lot of that success, or the goal tonight, to Fabrice, because essentially he gave her the freedom to just move around the box, and in this occasion just being at the right place at the right time. But we kind of saw the potential that she has to just create more over time, and we look forward to her evolution, because just based on what I've seen so far, it's definitely, I'm optimistic Fox person right now. But yeah, she did a pretty good job. Katie Lynn, she was kind of disappointed with the defensive performance tonight because of those two goals that happened in the first half, but she understands that this team can just do more and improve over time. And I asked her about how the team can improve for the next game, and understanding that this is Washington Spirit we're talking about, but the next game, she's still behind her team. She's coming back from maternity leave, and congratulations and welcome back, by the way. She's just very optimistic about that. She's just very happy to see everyone back, and she knows that obviously with the changes in the roster and all that, she knows that this team can just move forward and turn the page.
A player I also want to highlight who basically returned at the end of the season and is now getting an opportunity again with the team where it didn't have a lot of confidence in some fans, some do, but Ryan Gary's subbed in the second half and played pretty well out there on the wing, stretched the field. They played the ball long for her. She was getting into the box, taking on the defenders, got a couple crosses off. So liking what I see out of Ryan Gary's over there. Amy Patterson is just a friggin' beast. Poor girl, she's limping to the locker room right now, but I'm pretty sure that's just from soreness and just taking a beating. So she's good. Saw a lot of players here tonight that weren't on the roster, that weren't on the bench. Bachman was here. Zoe Matthews was here. Everybody was here. This is a full roster now with a lot of players, a lot to work with, a lot of positivities from tonight. First half, not too many. It's going to be hard to find a positive out of the first half. Second half, you're going to find 1,000 positives, and we're going to talk about it on the Dash Dispatch later this week. Hopefully, y'all jump in and listen to that episode. We'll go in a little more detail talking about this game. But Andres, 2-1, not the result we were looking for, but maybe the result we were kind of expecting. Played better against a very, very, very tough Washington Spirit, who are no joke. Trinity Bodman came in late, but really didn't do anything, which is good. Paige Nielsen had her. They were eyeing her. They were letting her play, but she's still scary.
Yeah, we kept her contained. She did have a few breaks, like on the field, like we were scared, and she was bound to score in a couple of those opportunities, but she didn't get anything. And shout out to Doljan, man. She's just been, she had like a pretty good showing this time around, and literally on that one kick where like Rodman like came close to the ball, and she tried to like, I think she was just chipping back and forth in between them. Like Doljan was just like yelling at her back to like get out, you know. So I really like her now, and I liked her before, but I really like her now.
She shows she got some dog, and she ain't putting down. And hey, that's what we need, is some fight from some of these girls. And as soon as they start to learn and grow with each other some more, you're going to see more of it come out. And it was freaking awesome. Even the girls are trying to calm her down, and it was kind of hard to calm her down. The little dog in her, and Trinity Rodman is no joke. That girl is beef. So Trinity Rodman, probably the best player in the league, possibly. Still got something to do, but Yasmin Ryan, who is fighting Trinity, not really fighting Trinity Rodman. I just want to say she's fighting Trinity Rodman for the U.S. Women's National Team. Probably that's the girl probably in her way. Sophie Wilson, Mallory Swanson are both her. So hopefully, this was kind of those iconic moments tonight. Yasmin Ryan versus Trinity Rodman. Even though Trinity Rodman didn't get to play that much, but hopefully Yasmin in the future can take over and take over for that Trinity. Or they're both on the field at the same time. But
yeah.
I think we've got a lot going on here. We're starting to feel the sprinkles hop down on us at 10 o'clock at night here. So, Andres, the dynamic, optimistic Foxtrot, give us your final words tonight before we get out of here.
Some silver linings for sure. Disappointed with the loss, and that first half just kind of really set the dash back tonight. And again, it was against Washington Spirit, so there's definitely things we can improve on that. But of course, it's a very tough team that's very organized at this stage, and we got a lot of things to work on still. I still trust in Fabrice Gautrat, so it's not Fabrice out still. That's ridiculous, but he has a lot of good ideas, and I just look forward to how this team evolves over time. Obviously, a loss is still a bad result, but at the end of the day, we have to look at how it is. It's a pretty brand new team that's applying new ideas and just telling us what's going on, and hopefully we see it on the field at some point, and they just need to perform at home better, but that's another discussion. But for now, I'm still optimistic. I'm looking forward to how this team evolves.
To me, it's gonna be. I'm looking forward. I'm excited about this season. I think it's gonna be an exciting season. We're gonna see from day to day as we grow, but I think that's it for tonight for Foxtrot Game Day. We do this again tomorrow, so if you're listening here, this isn't the end. We still have the Dynamo that we're going to go do Foxtrot Game Day with tomorrow, try to bring you a little more information with the Dynamo, but this is the Houston Dash. This is Dynamic Foxtrot. Andres, I am OSG. We are both optimistic.
Yes.
And we look forward to what is next. What is next? Dash Dispatch will be out on Monday or Tuesday morning. I would please like y'all to listen. It is Dash only. Well, there's my little business card right there, y'all. Listen to the show. It's out there. Please follow. Please comment. Please share. Let the world know that there is a Dash podcast out there for Dash only, and I'm all year going to cover these girls. Going to follow these girls around. Hopefully, can make an away game too. Maybe Kansas City and go upset Kansas City. But guys, I want to see y'all on the Dash Dispatch. Comment on X, on Twitter, on Instagram.
Everywhere.
Andres can tell you real quick where our handles are at, and then we're going to get out of here and leave y'all in peace.
Yeah, man. At Dynamic Foxtrot, at Noodle Tiempo on Twitter, now X. At Blue Sky, at Dynamic Foxtrot is going to be the same handle, and Instagram as well. So make sure to follow those all year long. We're going to be covering the girls 24/7 essentially.
Yep.
and yeah, or for whenever you listen or watch our podcast, I'm sure we're gonna be there. Just look up Foxtrot TV or Noodle Time. You're gonna see us there.
Hey, I'm having fun with these Foxtrot Game Days. Be networking, be talking to people, be having a good time, passing out business cards. Hey, we're having fun doing this. The eyes are on us. I think we're appreciated. Like you said, we're going to keep bringing you the news. We're going to keep bringing you the content, and I look forward to seeing y'all soon. But for now, why don't we go ahead and just play the press conference and a few clips that I got outside in the mixer zone with some players. And it's not just a few, it's 4 players actually. So he got Fabrice and Katie Lynn and Maggie Graham. I got Katie Lynn, Maggie Graham, and a couple others, Jacobs, and Jesus, one more. Why am I forgetting the one more? But you know what? Stupid me. But y'all check it out. We're going to play those next, and then we'll get into the Foxtrot Game Day next. H is up, and we'll see you soon.
I don't build it.
My side, you can, yeah, if you want to.
Okay.
My side debut for the Houston Dash. Tell me how your emotions and your experience today.
Yeah, I think I have pretty smooth sailing emotions. It's the first time the group is actually being able to play against another opponent. So, we're not happy with the result, but it's just a growing pain. So I know in the future we're going to grow so much from this, and we're even going to grow for the next game heading into Chicago. So emotions are good.
So Fabrice at halftime, what did he tell y'all to make the adjustments that looked like they were working in the second half, just running out of time?
Yeah, just to be resilient and just to be confident. That was pretty much the entire conversation that we had, just having belief in ourselves and within each other.
And for you, after playing your first game with the team, for you, what do you think you need to work on after this first game here?
Yeah, I think just trying to stay on the forefront. Being both on ball side defensively and offensively, trying to be in places within the width of the goal. So that's pretty much what I'm focusing on leading into the next game.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Maggie, debut for the Houston Dash today, first professional game. Tell me about the emotions taking it through the game and your experience today.
Yeah, definitely nervous going into it. There's always the jitters, there's always the, oh no, this is the first thing, but I knew I had my team around me, I had everyone supporting me, and I was just really excited to get out there and do what I could. So.
And then take us through the goal that you scored.
Yeah, I saw Avery get in, she was dribbling, and I knew she was going to get an early cross off because we'd been working on that all preseason. So I knew that if I made a run into the box, I could hopefully get contact and or get a second ball, and then Ryan had a perfect knockdown, and I just had to belly it into the goal.
Thank you. Keep it up.
Thanks.
Maggie, so today during the game, on the second half, it seems like you guys turned it on and something changed. What happened in the second half of the game?
I think we just kind of realized that we had the confidence to be in the game and we could do anything that they were doing. And I think we knew that we were down 2, we had to come back. So I think we just had that fire to counter press, to do whatever we could to just score goals and hopefully tie the game and then win the game. And unfortunately, we fell short, but we're only growing first game of the season.
Was there a bit of a jitter considering they came from winning from coming second place last season and coming into the season as a strong team? Was there a little bit of a jitter?
I think there was definitely, we knew they were going to come in super confident, and I think we wanted to be as confident as they were, knowing that we worked super hard in preseason, that we could hang with the best, and yeah, they got the best of us in the first half, but I think the second half shows that we can hang with any team, and we just need to do that all game.
How are you feeling the Dash this season?
I'm super excited. I think we have a lot in front of us, and we're going to do really well, and this is just the start. Thank you.
First off, welcome back to the Dash. Tell us about your experience and how excited you were to get back on the pitch.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a testament to all of the resources that we have at our disposal now in the league to be able to have a baby and then come back. I'm just super grateful that I'm in this position, and it was, a dream come true to be able to support and play for the team that I love.
Are you feeling the pressure, sort of, you're Katie Naughton that we know and love, and now you're back. Tarsi's gone. There's a big hole in the defense. Are you feeling any pressure from your teammates or from the coach to be the Katie that we all love?
I mean, I wouldn't call it pressure. I would just call it expectations. I think there, is a place that I am reaching for every single day to hopefully get back to where I was at. I think, every player goes through ups and downs, and I think we're just trying to get back to where I was and hopefully am at relatively soon. So, I think all of the girls have rallied around me and really supported me in this next chapter.
Awesome. And last question. First half and second half, 2 different stories of the tape. What did y'all change in the second half to improve the game?
Yeah, honestly, I think it was our mentality. I think coming in the first half, we were a little flat. We kind of let them come to us, but we needed to enforce our own tactics and our own strength. So I think in the second half, we really put the pedal to the metal. And like you said, it was a tale of 2 halves, and we kind of suffocated them and were able to, get a goal. Unfortunately, not an equalizer, but hopefully we can learn from this and then move on to next week.
Ran out of time. Thank you, Katie.
Thank you.
Good luck the rest of the season.
Run us through the game tonight.
What'd you say? Sorry.
Run us through the game tonight. I know it was a tough game tonight.
Yeah.
Run us through it.
Yeah, I mean, proud of the team as always. But the second half was pretty good. We fought back, got some chances, and unfortunately, we didn't get the win. But we keep building, and proud of this group always.
I know it's a lot of adaptation with new players to the team and everything else, but the second half, it seems like you guys started clicking a little better.
Yeah, I think we had a little bit more confidence and belief. We have a great group of players, and we just need to keep believing in ourselves because we can do it, and you could see that in the second half.
Run us through that goal. How did you see it from back there? Was it a group effort? Was it an individual? What did
I mean, shout out to Maggie, her first goal as a rookie too. So exciting. I mean, I love it when that happens. And yeah, I mean, it definitely took the team, to get it, and proud of her for finishing it.
What do you think of Avery Patterson out there?
Oh, she's always amazing. I love playing with her.
And yourself, what about your game today?
Yeah, I mean, I continue growing on the things that I can work on. I'll always look at that after and then build on the things that were successful. Yeah.
Backline's not really new, but you're adding Katie Lynn back into the backline. Talk to us about how that backline was cohesive tonight. Obviously slow the first half, but it improved.
Yeah, no, I love playing with Katie always. We played together way back in college at Notre Dame, so it's always great to have her back, her communication, and just knowing she's always going to be there to cover as well, which is nice.
And for this game today, I know it's a lot of new players and a new style. Are y'all confident? Is the coach confident after this performance tonight?
What did you say? Sorry, what was that?
Is he confident on how y'all perform tonight as we move on with the building blocks?
For sure, yeah. Just continuing to believe in us and trusting us, and we trust him. So, yeah, I'm excited for the future as well.
Thank you, Nat.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
You've been in the league for a few years now.
Yeah.
Is it just me, or does the league just keep getting more physical each season?
Yeah, I think the league is better and better every year. It's exciting because we're all growing, and just seeing the growth of the league is good. I mean, the style of play is getting better, and players are building, and it's exciting. It's been getting better for sure.
That's great.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
We'll get started here with Houston Dash head coach Fabrice Gautrat. We'll start with the folks here in person, and then we'll go to Zoom. I'll go ahead and kick things off. Fabrice, we'll just start with opening remarks following today's match here against the Washington Spirit.
I think obviously a little bit frustrating. I think in the first half, lacked a little bit of belief into who we can be and who we are, and you could see there was a little bit of hesitancy. It wasn't tactics, it wasn't game plan, just more belief, and you saw a little more in the second half as we talked about that, and you saw a very different team come out. So I think that's going to be the biggest thing for us is to have more of that, to play with more conviction. So yeah, but overall, like I said, is look, if you look at the whole game, first NWSL game, trying to play a certain way, I think there's a lot of positives to take. That's obviously one of the best teams in the league. So for us to play that way and so dominant in the second half, I think is a lot of positives to take. But as we all know, it takes two halves to win in this league, and so what happened in the first half to me is unacceptable.
Here with Manny.
Yeah, I want to hop on the first half and into this transition to the second half. What would you say on the locker room to get that performance out of the second half? Is something you said or something you tweaked that maybe helped the performance in the second half?
Staff coach brought up a couple clips for us to look at in terms of spaces to exploit, but also how to press more effectively. And if you notice those moments when we actually did decide in the first half, we actually won the ball higher up. So talked about that, but I said, at the end of the day, this wasn't tactics. It was more drive, more conviction, more belief, and that was it. Like that, and you saw it in the second half. So they couldn't get out of their half consistently, because of the pressure that we put on. So that was kind of the main message, and the good news is they responded.
And my last question would be, of course, I think that was going to steal all the headlines. Maggie, you talked a lot of praise about her in preseason, not coming into a sub, getting her first goal at her first professional debut. How do you say how much she impacted the team coming in?
Yeah, look, Maggie has a really unique skill set. If you just watch her ability to cover ground over distances is very impressive. And the thing with her, she could play so many different positions. And so right now we kind of have her in the 6th spot, but she could play a lot of different roles. So look, I think her career is very bright, and we're thrilled to have her with us. And yeah, going to keep growing her confidence and minutes and all that, and we'll see where things go, but very, very pleased for her.
We'll go with Rudy. If you guys have a question on Zoom, please raise your hand. We'll get to you here shortly.
Hey, Coach. Obviously a tough loss, as you mentioned, but I just want to, take your evaluation of the team's defensive performance against such a obviously highly regarded Washington attacking team?
Yeah, I mean, with all due respect, I think the first goal kind of comes a little bit against the run of play. We have 2v2 in the box. We don't organize it very well. And that's just a very simple thing. We've been going over box defending. So for me, that's just a moment in the game where we have to be sharper. And if you look at the second goal, I'm not going to make comments about calls, this, that, and the other, but a shot is taken and there's no follow-up, there's no rebound. So it's not, for me, it's not this, amazing outmatched tactical battle. That's just lack of concentration. Simple as that.
And my follow-up would be Delaney. She played about 60 minutes, but she played very well. Just your evaluation on her game as well. On those 60 minutes.
She's a great player. She makes us tick, with how we want to play. I think she's a huge role for us. I think as she continues evolving and playing the way we want to play, I think she's going to be very impactful for us. So yeah, was very pleased with her. Thank you.
Anything else in the room before we go to Zoom? Nope. Nobody on Zoom? Okay, we'll go to Zoom here. Go ahead.
Yeah, hi, Coach. How are you? It's Brad from W Sports Nation. Want you to speak of the play of Yasmin tonight. Everyone was kind of excited for her debut.
I think I caught that about Yasmin in her debut, right?
Yes.
Yeah, look, Yas, I mean, if you looked at it, she played a couple different roles for us in today's game. She could play so many different spots. She's versatile. I think she's someone, as we continue getting a rhythm, she'll really start getting into a flow and really having an impact for us. Didn't really get her opportunities in behind the line as much as I would have liked, so definitely have to look back at that. But yeah, no, very pleased with what she gave, and she, every time she got the ball and around the box, like you were holding your breath for something special. So yeah, very pleased with her.
Anything else before we close here?
Oh, can I jump on?
Yes, go ahead.
Oh, hi Fabrice. I maybe missed just the very beginning of the call, so apologies if you already answered it, but I wanted to hear more about your first night as a head coach, kind of what was going through your mind as the game kicked off, as you were making those decisions at halftime, as you were giving your first pre-match talk, your first halftime talk. Kind of tell me through your first night as a head coach.
I mean, there's a lot of things. I think one of the first things we talked about in pregame is kind of having a shift in mentality in terms of what we believe of ourselves. And, I put an image of our temperature, and just kind of seeing, okay, well, what does that feel? What does that feel like when teams come in here? And obviously it's like, you don't want to play against a Houston Dash because of the heat, but it's like, how do we make the opponent feel that more with how we play? And so that was kind of the main message for us is, okay, how do you start implementing our game in terms of that way? In terms of the sub, we already had an idea of who we thought could come in and change the game. So, I was pleased with those guys who came off the bench. And then halftime, honestly, at the end of the day, you got to coach what you see. So I don't think there was anything. I just spoke from the conviction that we saw as a staff. We all came together, put our notes together, and that's kind of what came. But yeah, I mean, felt fine. Disappointed, that's all. So, I mean, I'm optimistic but disappointed. So that's what I would say there.
Thanks, Coach. Unlucky tonight.
Okay, we'll close with that one. Fabrice, thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Alrighty, we'll get started here with Houston Dash defender Katie Lind. Katie, we'll just start with opening remarks, and we'll turn it over to the individuals here in the room. We'll also have questions here on Zoom. So we'll just start with opening remarks following today's match against the Washington Spirit.
Okay, yeah, I would say it's definitely a tale of two halves. I think the first half we didn't really impose our will on them. I think it was a little slow for us, a little flat. But then in the second half, we definitely came out much hotter. We, improved our mentality. We really started to believe in what we were doing, and I think that really showed. We kind of suffocated them in their own half, and were able to get one in the back of the net. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get an equalizer. We, I think, ran out of time there.
Thank you for that. We'll start here with Manny. Go ahead.
First of all, congrats on the baby.
Thank you.
And also, congrats on coming back after maternity leave. I know this is your first game back after that, how does it feel being back officially on the team?
Yeah, I mean, it feels great. Wish we would have got the result, but it does feel like a big milestone in my career, but I wouldn't have been able to do it without the resources around me and the staff and my teammates really rallying around me and supporting me in this whole endeavor. So most and all of that credit goes to them.
And ever since your last appearance to now, you have new partners in the back line. How does it feel now playing with them after seeing them last season and now integrating in that? How confident do you feel with the new back line?
Yeah, I feel good. I think those relationships are building and solidifying every single day, every single training. We're really starting to find a groove, I think. And hopefully that relationship and tandem will continue to just build and grow throughout the season. And I think that started to really take form in the second half tonight.
We'll go with Rudy, then Andres. Andres, that's fine. Yep.
Hey, Katie, welcome back and congratulations. I just wanted to ask, obviously there's a defensive mindset right now, and Fabrice has been saying every single time that obviously you guys are working on it. Do you feel like there's going to be improvement for the next game?
Definitely. I think there's a lot to learn from this game. I think the goals that we gave up were pretty soft, to be honest. So that's something that we will definitely work on, I'm sure, in this week in training. But there were moments where we did dominate too. So I think it's just trying to have more of those moments and lessen the chances that they get. But yeah, I'm sure the game plan is to sharpen things up this week and making sure that we're all tight for the next game.
Thank you.
We'll go to Rudy here, but for anybody on Zoom, if you'd like to ask a question, please raise your hand. Rudy, go ahead.
Hey, Katie. Obviously, new coach, new playing style. How has it been? Obviously, first game under Fabrice, but how has that helped in the defensive aspect as well for you guys?
Yeah, I think Fabrice has been great for us. He came in with a definite game plan, and I think we all have really started to rally around him and the tactics that he has presented to us. He is a very intelligent coach and has a great soccer mind, so it's really fun to learn from him and see how we're growing and improving every day in training. But yeah, I mean, this was the first game under him. I'm sad that we didn't get the result for him because we have been working so hard, but I think it's just, and it's going to be an evolution, and this is just one game in the season, and I'm confident that we will improve and be better moving forward.
Yeah, and obviously you spent time here in Houston already as a veteran player. What is it like or supporting, the new cast, whether it be like a Maggie Graham, a Jasmine? How's that like, and does that make it even more encouraging going into the season?
Definitely. I think the players that we brought in, young, old, however they fit into the group, but I think it's been great to see new faces and what they bring to the table. Everyone is so talented, and everyone's really bought in. But yeah, it's fun to now see that next generation come through and really start to take strides and push this game to a whole new level. So I'm really excited to see where the NWSL is going to be in the next few years.
Thanks, Katie.
Thank you.
Anything else in the room before we go to Zoom? Anything on Zoom, Haley? No? Okay. All right. With that, we do? Oh, go ahead on Zoom.
Hey, Katie, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello. Congratulations. On the performance and coming back. Sorry about the loss. I just wanted to touch on Fabrice was talking about his team talk and talking about temperature. Could you just talk a little bit about that? And he was also saying he showed some clips at halftime that he felt inspired about better performance in the second half. So just kind of, what you felt, the information you were able to get at halftime and what the team talk was like before the game.
Yeah, I think in terms of temperature, I think it was just kind of, like I said, tale of two halves. But the first half, we were just a little cold. And then coming in the second half, a lot hotter. But he came in the halftime speech and was pretty hot himself, rightfully so. We did not perform to our best. So he came in, said some words, and we all kind of rallied together and we're like, you know what, we're better than this, and we got to prove it and show it on the field. And I think we did that to a pretty good level. In terms of the clips that were showed, it did. It painted some pictures for us that I think we weren't able to see being on the field in the action. But
then being able to take a step back and view it from a different perspective, we were then able to implement that into the second half, and our game plan definitely took form, and I think that, again, showed in how we played.
Cheers, Katie. Thank you.
Thank you.
Alrighty, with that one, we'll wrap up. Katie, thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you, everyone.
Alrighty, we're joined here by Houston Dash midfielder Maggie Graham. I'll go ahead and kick things off, and then we'll turn it over to the individuals here in the room. Maggie, we'll just start with opening remarks following your debut here against the Washington Spirit.
Super excited, just really excited for the rest of the season and what this team will continue to do and get better at, and hopefully have a great run.
Thank you for that. We'll start with questions. We'll go here with Manny.
Congrats on the debut. Congrats on the goal. I think throughout whole preseason, Fabrice was giving you praise. A player that can play multiple roles. I think it's different from coming from college level to professional level. How do you feel you made an impact on the goal? How do you feel overall on your goal today?
Yeah, Fabrice pulled me over right before I went on the field and kind of just told me, like, do what you're good at. You have freedom to press, go wherever you can on the field to make an impact. And I think that's something that I've always felt is my biggest advantage on the field, is just off the ball pressure, counter pressing. And I think him giving me that confidence and that freedom to do it, I felt like I could do whatever I could. And then offensively, I know that I can run box to box, so I did what I could to get into the box, and then I was right place, right time.
And how do you feel after celebrating? I think it was just a bunch of emotion just going after that. Just give me your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I was so happy. I think I didn't think about it too much in the moment just because we were still one down. And, of course, I wish I'd finished other chances too. But I think just knowing that I made that impact in my rookie debut is something to be really proud of. Of course.
Anything else here in the room before we go to Zoom? We'll go to Zoom. Theo?
Hey, Maggie, unlucky tonight, but congratulations on the goal. Can you talk a little bit more about the goal? Because it did feel hard to see exactly how, like when the touch came from Ryan's header.
Yeah, definitely. Avery got down the line. We had been working on early crosses into the box all of preseason, so I think me and Ryan knew that was coming. I tried to make kind of a middle of the goal run while she made back post, and then it was a floated ball that Ryan just got contact with her head, just brought it right back across the goal, and then I kind of just bellied it in. So just tried to make contact and get into the goal however I could.
Thank you. Yeah, I wasn't sure exactly how it got over the line. Yeah. On Avery, I know you're obviously a big Duke person and Avery's UNC. Can you talk a little bit about that, actually?
Yeah, definitely.
How you're getting on?
Yeah, me and Avery have gotten really close even within the first couple of months that I've been here. I think we kind of lived similar lives, but of course different schools, but kind of that same ACC competitiveness. And we had always been, 30 minutes down the road from each other, but never really had a relationship. And now I think we've grown to have a really good friendship, and hopefully that will translate onto the field for the rest of the year.
And just last one from me, did you have anyone in the stadium today for your debut, and what were the sort of emotions or moments that you'll remember, the little things, whether it's the floodlights or the fans or just sort of, everything coming together?
Yeah, I think I was just so excited to get on the field that I almost just kind of tried my best to block out the nerves in the crowd, but I did have my boyfriend here today. My family is actually at my sister's rehearsal dinner because she's getting married tomorrow. So they couldn't be here, but they would have loved to be here, and they were, of course, watching from afar. And it was so great to have him here to support me. So, yeah.
You're going to make the wedding?
I am. I'm going tomorrow morning.
Fantastic. Okay. Well, congratulations to her, and unlucky tonight, but congratulations on the debut.
Thank you.
We'll close with that one. Maggie, thank you very much.
Perfect. Thanks, guys.